Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Kimani Ichungwa was heckled, booed, and chased. I think in his political life, he has never seen something like this because this was not happening anywhere, but it was in his own county, in Kiambu County. I want us to look at Kimani Ichungwa, why he was booed, and why William Ruto and heckling have become twin brothers. If it is not William Ruto who is being heckled, then his lieutenants are being heckled. Yesterday, you saw how Soipan Tuna, one of her ministers, was booed and heckled because people are very tired of William Ruto's administration. Ni ile watu wanasema Kimani Chungwa aliona kile kilichotoa kanga manyoya. But before that, ladies and gentlemen, I have a story here, a very sad story that I want us to listen to. You know, we've always had stories about how William Ruto is looking for domestic jobs in the United Arab Emirates, UAE. There is a lady here who is a member of this channel. In fact, the entire family and all her friends are supporting this channel. So this lady, in search for a greener pasture, got a domestic job in Lebanon. And then she worked there for a while and she was being mistreated. And at some point, she thought it was enough. And she decided that she was coming back home. She told her boss that she was tired. She tried contacting the agents that aided her getting that job. The agents blocked her. And that's why I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, before you send someone, a relative or a friend, to these countries to work as domestic workers, you really need to understand the agents, whether they are really registered. So the relationship between the boss and the domestic worker became sour by the day, and they kept on beating her. So one day, I think the altercation became too much. This lady, a mother of one, she's called Maureen, was beaten almost to death. It was by a whisker, by God's grace, that aliponea. And as you can see there, I want to see you the pictures. That is a picture. Ameshono, if you can see. Alipigwa akakatwa. This is after trying to contact the agents and the agents could not help. So they beat her, they cut that part of the body. You can see those stitches, very pathetic. And they pushed her and she got some fracture. I'm told pelvic fracture. By God's grace, she found her way into one of the hospitals in Lebanon. That is the picture there. And then you can see she, I think wanamuongeza zit maji na madawa hapo, she was in great pain. And then here is a footage where the doctors are trying their therapy and trying to encourage her to walk, but it was still very difficult.
So you're standing. It's your choice. It's your decision. Strong woman. Yeah, just make like an artist.
So this lady started contacting me while she was there. But for those who follow this channel, I've always shied away from sharing people's videos. It's something that I find very difficult to do. But I could not resist this one. For some reasons, it was a very painful ordeal. So this lady, for some reasons, got her way back to Kenya because she felt very much unsafe in Lebanon. I've heard stories that some people are still trying to follow her there to kill her. The person whom she was working for, I think, is some influential person there. So she found herself back to Kenya, but she's still feeling very bad. The fractures have not healed, and she's also suffering from trauma. She was traumatized. I got someone who will be talking to her, because anytime she remembers what she went through, vile alikuwa nakatwa, she was being pushed, she broke her leg and all that, she becomes mad, she goes berserk. That is why it was not even very easy to bring much of her identity here. So this lady is requesting for one thing. She needs to go back to the hospital because she was flown back because of security reasons and hajapona. And if there is one thing that I find difficult doing ni videos kama hizi, but she requested me to talk to the families of the channel. I only need 100 people who can give, 1,000 people who can give me 100 shillings each, so that she goes back to the hospital, because anakaa kwa nyumba crying, and you see, just remembering the pain that the ordeal that she went through. So she sent me, I'm a conduit, and she's asking the members of the channel, the members of the public, whoever gets this story and gets touched, tafadhali, chochote kile utakuwa nacho, anaomba umsupport, umsaidie, so that she goes back to the hospital. For those who understand what fractures mean, amevunjika, and she's also traumatized, so she's in great pains. Kindly help a friend. Let us give her a glimpse of hope. On that sad note, I want us to go back to Kimani Ichungwa. Like I said, Kimani Ichungwa was heckled, was booed, and he was really chased. I want us to look at this very moment, because he was also humiliated. He has never seen something like this before.
Na sisi kama viongozi wa Kiambu, juzi wakati tulikuwa lari, hiyo ni vita ya kampeni, tuliwaambia mikutano ya rais, na nataka niwatangazie hapa President William Ruto na
Ladies and gentlemen, why do you think Kimani Ichungwa was treated this way in his own backyard in Kiambu County? I want us to look at this very critically. If you're watching our videos for the first time, please take a second or two and subscribe to our channel. Click the notification bell. You can share this video so that Maureen can also be helped, and so that we can get more subscribers. Give this particular video a thumbs up, and to those who support our channel, I want to say thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, if you listen to those people shouting, they're shouting Uhuru, Uhuru, hizo ni za campaign. They still feel that Kimani Ichungwa, 1.5 years down the line after campaigns and elections that they claim they won, he still has a bone to chew with Uhuru Kenyatta. And these people don't understand why they cannot concentrate on delivery of services. You know, people have not forgotten how Kimani Ichungwa warned Uhuru Kenyatta that they will attack him and attack his properties. And they went and goons invaded the Northland farm and stole the sheep, you know that. So these people still love Uhuru Kenyatta. And they don't understand why anytime the government fails and they want to justify what they're doing, they are using Uhuru Kenyatta as a shield. And this is why Kimani Ichungwa is taking the wrath of the people on behalf of William Samoei Ruto, because he is defending Uhuru. Unaona hapo wanamwambia wewe ni bibi ya Ruto. It is about Uhuru. You remember the other day the Kiambu people were praying and asking God to forgive them for not listening to Uhuru when Uhuru warned them not to vote William Samoei Ruto. So it is about Uhuru. And if there is something, Uhuru has become a thorn in the flesh to this Ruto government. Because the other day Uhuru was telling them, kama unaendesha gari angalia mbele, focus ahead. Stop looking back and blaming who did this, who was supposed to do this. Focus ahead. Number two, Kimani Ichungwa, as the majority leader in the National Assembly, is the one who has been given the poisoned chalice to promote and advocate for Ruto agenda. You remember just the other day after the courts had declared the housing levy unconstitutional, it was Kimani Ichungwa who came up with another motion in parliament, and they passed it against the chagrin of the people, against the chagrin of other leaders. So he takes the heat, the wrath of the people, because we have high taxes that the Ruto government has levied on people. The housing levy, people are being deducted by force. Remember the Finance Bill 2023. The person who's championing this is Majority Leader Kimani Ichungwa. And they don't understand why, even after people rejected this, Kimani Ichungwa is forcing it on people. And this is why, with the high cost of living, the person who is championing it is the Majority Leader Kimani Ichungwa. It is about the cost of living. It is also about Kimani Wamatangi. You know, I have realized that these people don't want the governor of Kiambu, because the governor of Kiambu has always stated he's questioning why William Ruto is forcing the counties to give them land for constructing all these affordable houses. And they're asking one question. These are ancestral land, and the government is giving the private developers land for free. They build on it and then they sell it. They have a valid question. Economic, political, and social question. If I'm given land for free and then I build on it and I sell it to other people, what value does it give to the locals? And so Kimani Ichungwa is reluctant. He does not want to give out the community land, the county land. The other time when they were in Lari is also within Kiambu County, you realize that Rigathi Gachagua, Kimani Ichungwa, and Gatanga, the senator for Kiambu, went there in a bid to try and roast Kimani Wamatangi. But Kimani stood very firm. You remember the Thika member of parliament who was saying that she's the one who will oster Kimani Ichungwa. The people refused. They told her off. And Kimani revealed to the nation that he's working and is always in contact with the people of Kiambu. He was saying, I have built this, I have built that, I have achieved this. And he was telling Mr. Ruto himself that you can ask these people. And so this kind of political machination, they have declared that Kimani Wamatangi is an enemy. And so one of the reasons, because the people who are there were shouting at him, people have realized that they're coming from the same county. Instead of supporting Kimani Wamatangi, they are trying to untwist him. And this is the reason why people do not like him, and they were heckling him because of this. In connection with that is the altercation in parliament with the Githunguri member of parliament, Gathoni Wamuchomba. Gathoni has always stood firm supporting Kimani Wamatangi, and she's gone against the housing levy. And she said, I will not support this because my people have told me it is wrong, it is unconstitutional. I remember recently during the housing levy debate when Kimani Ichungwa brought this bill, and Gathoni Wamuchomba tried to introduce some amendments so that it can be something that can benefit the people in as much as it benefits the government. But Kimani Ichungwa stood there and she started accusing Gadona Mushomba that these are things that can only be said in funerals or in rallies. And people didn't take it kindly. Even the members of Azimio supported Gadona Mushomba because alimwongelesha vibaya. And people have been following how Kimani Ichungwa is doing his politics, how she had developed an altercation between him and the Kiambu leaders. And that is why they got an opportunity to tell him off. Because Kimani Ichungwa behaves as if he is above everyone else. Just because he is the majority leader, he behaves as if they own everything. Just the same way the Kenya Kwanza team wants to behave. Someone once said, Miguna to be very precise, that some people behave as if they are the second best thing that came to us after oxygen. They don't care about the people. And remember, Kimani Ichungwa are one of the people who stood in Mount Kenya in public and said William Ruto was going to reduce the cost of living. William Ruto was going to be the man to fix our economy. Today, when you look at what is happening, afadhali Uhuru Kenyatta, all the things that they promised, they are now a shadow of their former selves. The manner in which they promised people that Uhuru had neglected them. Today, if you ask the people of Kiambu, is there any one thing that this government has launched, if it is not relaunching the projects of Uhuru Kenyatta? There isn't any. And so it is coming out very clearly that they were hoodwinked and they regret and they don't want to see anything to do with the Ruto, Gachagua, Kimani Ichungwa. And if you've realized, there are very many members of parliament and leaders who stopped defending William Ruto, especially on the housing levy. Talk of Osoro, who's the majority whip. Talk of Senator Halwale. We have leaders who used to sing Ruto. Today, people have told them off and they no longer defend William Ruto. William Ruto is really making it very difficult for leaders. But you see, one funny thing, he sent them to continue, defending him. Defending the Kenya Kwanza government is very difficult, very difficult. And this is why Kimani Ichungwa was booed, was heckled, and he was chased. We are yet to see more of this because squeezy Ruto akienda mahali, it is obvious that someone will be booed because Kenyans are tired.